watching this clip and feeling for it, it's definitely different. I don't usually do that.
Just gonna say this, my mind got blown when I had that shift of going from thinking to feeling. It was really fucking nuts. If you do this more, it'll click. And I'm speaking from experience, Rack. I think you broke his brain.
Infliction, but it's like being torn apart almost. It feels like it's gonna go wrong, but it feels like I'm getting somewhere, like I'm learning something different.
You've got something that will never be the way it is ever again. And that's like where you are now. You can see how it is, or you can focus on the next thing and be completely oblivious right now. How do you feel about like when we're watching this VOD and you're telling me that you're trying to learn for the future? Anything you like and dislike about that? Like, what do you think?
I don't know, it feels like the right direction. I'm going about it wrong.
Yeah, it's almost like naivety. Like I'm like, yeah, he's got the spirit, but he's just a little confused. He's been misdirected or misled, or he's just hung up on something. You know, it's just like a little thing that has to be worked out. That's how I feel about it. I don't know if
right. No, I like heavily relate to that. Actually, like clueless. I think that's the word.
I don't think you're gonna lose this. I think like this is a color, you imagined it now, and I made damn sure you're gonna imagine it. And now that you've seen this color, I think you're gonna start recognizing it, alright?
Shit. I don't think there's really a word for this. It's like a self-reflecting, but like more like reflecting on your own like opinions and thoughts of what you're doing right now.
You know what it feels like to me? This is what this feels like. Feels like we're on a bike and we're riding, along a mountain. All right, our goal, let's say our passion points us through the mountains. Okay, we go through the mountains, but we're on a bike. There's us riding the bike, and then there's also the mountains. And then there's also the experience of the whole fucking thing. Every step along the way, there's a fork in the road. You can either pay attention to how things should be and decide how things should be, or you can settle in to the best way that you do it, or settle into yourself, or settle into the situation happening through you. So what this would be like is like, okay, we're going up the mountain and we're going like in this sort of direction, and we've decided that this is the direction we want to go. But like in reality, this totally hurts. Like we're going uphill, now we're on a ridge, now we're going downhill, it's really fast and it's scary, and we're going uphill and it hurts. We're going uphill more and it hurts, we're tired. Oh, this is horrible. It's like we're torturing ourselves. And then, you versus feeling the discomfort, feeling the comfort, and then before you know it, you're kind of settling into the ridges of your own life and what you're doing. You're settling into the ridges because that's the easiest way. And other people might be going in their own way, from where they started. It's going to be different. And other people might be telling you to go straight because, well, it's more efficient, and they have their logic and they have their reasoning to feel that way. But you're still right here, or you're right here, or here, or here, or here. And any point of the way, you can just go, well, how's my bike feel? How's this? How's that? Or you can go, how should my bike be? How should my route be? What is everyone else doing? And like, what should I do? And you can look at everyone else and go, well, that looks disgusting, and that looks cool, and that looks stupid, and that looks smart, and that looks fun, and that looks boring. And you're just tasting. You just go from like trying to be a scientist to being a wine tester. Just taste everything. Just try everything. Go back to trying the game. Go back to trying the game, and just see how it goes. Like that's all that it is. The pro players, they make the game feel more comfortable and more easy, and people who plateau, they make the game hard. So the tightrope that it feels like you're walking on, pay attention to it. Pay attention to what it feels like to walk the tightrope and what it feels like to pay attention, and see what you don't like, see what you do like, and see what that is. And you don't need words to do it. You can also experiment with doing it in your head without any words at all and see what that's like. How you feeling?
I'm good. Like, I feel like I'm experiencing shit I've never even thought of. Like, like Ducky said, like a breakthrough, bro. It's like,
It's
I mean, at
mind-blowing.
first it felt like I was just like, yeah. At first I felt like I was like trudging through a swamp or something. I'm walking like a desert. It's
Yeah.
not hard. It's just, I'm going.
Yeah, I feel like throwing up, but it's not like a bad throw. It's just like there's
It's-
so much going on.
it's
in
like
my
a
head
sigh.
that I just
You know?
right.
It's like a power
I just-
power sigh.
Like, it feels right. It feels good. Like, this is like something I should be doing. And duct tape is like, I can't figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. Like, is it me?
Keep going back and forth.
Or is
I'm
it,
trying to get
like-
a better idea of what you mean. I'm a little confused.
Like a groove. I mean, like,
I love pretending to be overly confused.
when you're building, right? Are you like, are you,
It's the best trick.
I don't know how to explain this one.
You can hear the frustration.
Goes, I guess.
He's
like,
gonna dig in there.
I'll be right back.
It
a
just
square.
goes.
a square hole or something.
Say
Some
that again.
days it doesn't, some days it does. It just goes.
Yeah.
Like, it works.
Work. Can you describe this
It's like
differently?
a duct tape. Duct tape. It's like the lights are turned out in a room, but you know the room, and you still bump into something. Trying to get to the light switch. It's aggravating, but it's like, damn, I knew that was there.
Yeah. It's aggravating when you fuck up, yeah. Holy. Dude, it's funny because someone else also used almost the same analogy. The same exact analogy almost.
I don't-
As the lights one. Can you tell me more about the difference? Like, okay, so imagine that these objects are in your hand and you can feel both of them at the same time. What is the difference? Or what is changing between the two? This is weird. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's just weird. Oh. I feel like I get weirded out by my students more because it's just kind of they basically lead it here, and I'm just along here for the ride, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It always helps them in the end, and I'm confused by it. It is so fun though.
I don't know, could you describe this as like a mood?
You think it's a different mood?
You know what I mean? Like,
What is the difference? Like, you know, like if you know, like a bump in a table can be felt because it's different, right? What makes you
Yeah.
notice these between each other? Is it a drop off? Is it a stretch? Is it a what the fuck is it?
I don't know, it's like bungee jumping, right? You jump off the ledge, and you hit the bottom, and it's like sudden, it's like, damn. And you're like, you go back up. It's like, I just went backwards. You know, fuck.
That wasn't bad. I feel like I was getting somewhere with that.
Or you go into your kitchen to get something, but you forgot what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Wow, that's so fucking relatable.
I do that shit like every day. Other days it's like you just walk off the edge of a cliff for some reason, but you do it. You don't know what you're doing. Like inexperienced.
Inexperienced. What does that feel like? What is it like to be inexperienced? Can you be experienced? How do you compare these feelings?
Well, they all go into the category of almost like a scale.
Yeah, but what is the scale? Weighing.
Whether I'm doing good or bad.
Weather? That's what it's weighing? That does not make any sense.
I mean, to me, like, there's not like an in between. It's just either or.
That is crazy.
We're either doing really good one game. Or
Well,
the
then
next
what are
we
you
just
supposed to
die
do? You're completely lost.
30 seconds in.
There's nothing you can do then. It's over. Is there a little bit of in between? A tiny bit?
I don't know. Sometimes we get like 10th place, but
Like, what do you mean by it's
feels like
measuring?
losing all over again.
What do you mean by it's measuring weather or weighing weather? Like, whether or not, but still it's measuring weather. Like a switch. That's so weird to me.
Okay, for more like a scale, like a the scales of justice or whatever.
Yeah,
It's almost like that. You put too much on one side, the other side goes up.
that
The other
just
side
sounds crazy.
goes down.
Huh. But what is it weighing? Like scales of like that is it weighs the weight of an object, right? You know, you could have like a temperature version where once both sides measure temperature, you could do it with anything, right?
Okay,
That's
confidence, maybe.
Confidence. Okay. Can you tell me
Yeah.
what confidence versus unconfident feels like? If this is the problem.
Confidence is like I don't know. Confidence is like you walk into a restaurant. You're like, yeah, I want this, this, and this. Like, you know what you want, like right off the bat.
What do you mean you know what you want? What do you mean right off the bat? What does this mean? What can you tell me more about this or describe it differently?
It's like studying for a test. You don't know the answers, but you've experienced enough to know what it's asking. Like, take math for instance. I suck at math. But if it's 1 + 1 and you just did a fucking first grade, or not first grade, kindergarten math, then you know it's gonna be 2.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in kindergarten and you are given a fucking third-year college, whatever the fuck you get in college, math test, you're not gonna know what you're doing. Like,
So how do they feel different? What do you mean you're not gonna know what you're doing, or not know what you're doing? What do you mean?
I mean, like, you know nothing about the material you were just handed.
No,
Like they
nothing.
you sit down at your table and they put down the paper in front of you, and like I said, I know nothing about college shit. There's something on the paper, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at it,
Okay.
and you've never studied this before,
Yeah.
and you've never seen anything like it,
Mhm.
and you've never had to use it.
I mean, it just feels like I'm looking
So
at
it's almost like
random. Makes me feel like I'm looking at hieroglyphs or some shit. You know?
exactly.
It almost looks more like
Like-
art than math. It just looks like a design or something weird.
It's not an exact science. Yeah, like
So you're telling me that this is how it feels to play on your team? That like this is the problem?
some days, yes. Yeah, some days. Some days it's like we just know exactly what the hell we're doing. We're on the same
Okay.
fucking line. We're walking the same line. And other days it's like we're miles apart and we just don't fucking
Yeah.
groove. Like I
Okay.
said.
How has your ability to notice this problem changed over the course of playing as a team? How, like, have you gotten better at feeling this over the time that you've played together?
Yes. Used to. Like when we first started playing this game, or when I first met Ducky, we were both like inexperienced. So it was like, we'll just fix that.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's no, not necessarily. We'll fix that. It's like, how do I fucking explain this? When we first started, we didn't know what we were doing, so we didn't know like what to fix until we started doing it over and over and over and repetition.
Yeah.
And now
And then this problem
I take a look at it.
sort of starts to sprout. Yeah.
Yeah, like a bad habit or something.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
It's like some days we
So
just
it's a bad habit. So it's
don't have
something
bad
you
habits.
don't. Is it something you want to avoid, or something that you want to? You want this thing to grow or to die?
I don't know. It just depends on what
Okay, take the
we're
rampart
doing,
thing
I guess the
for
situation.
example.
We want
Take the-
that to die.
So there's this thing that happens where basically your team stops playing together. They stop flowing. Your team stops flowing, right?
Yes.
So your team is flowing. Your team has a flow to it. There's a flow for your team. Sometimes the flow hurts. If the flow starts to hurt, do you want to kill it?
No, I want to like mend it. I want to fix the damn problem.
But 10
But if I don't
seconds
know what the
ago, you
problem
just said the
is, then-
fucking opposite. You said you wanted the rampart
Okay,
thing
10
to
seconds
die.
ago was, yeah. I want to fix that by getting rid of it, like changing it out for something.
Like a fucking currency? Like it can just be replaced?
Not saying could.
Okay, so you think you can get rid of this thing? You think you can just get rid of your weaknesses, and that's going to make you a better player? You just cut it off, like your hand is weak, so you chop it the fuck off? And then you like find a bionicle hand that you designed because it's better? Or what? Like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I just mean like fix it, you know, like do something different about it.
But why did you say die in the first? Get rid of it. Like, well, you keep saying get rid of it, like kill it. But then you also say mend it. There's like, it's not clear to me. It does not feel clear to me the way that you see this.
If given an option, I would change it, right? But if it's consistently happening, then yeah, I would totally get rid of it.
How do you treat these things differently?
Like we talk about them usually, but how do I treat them differently? Like I work around it usually. Like I try to do something different about it. But if I'm not willing to, then I just keep letting it happen until somebody learns a lesson.
So the bottom line is you have to be willing to change.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How willing do you feel to change? Hold on. Does anything make you feel less willing to change?
Success. If it works, don't fix it, right? I feel like that ties back into overconfidence.
It makes sense.
Confidence and just in general. Like when we get into flow, we get confident. But when we get a win or something, or we get like multiple wins,
what
we
about
get
when you have a
overconfident,
problem?
And then that's when it starts.
How do you deal with? I mean, you this feels a little bit counterproductive with the way that you say you want to deal with problems, or it feels like it clashes, because if you want to be willing to change, don't you want to spend more time with, or like more attention, or experience your like these weaknesses more rather than try to kill them or attack them or control them? Wouldn't you just want to almost like appreciate them in a way, like enjoy the full thing of it? Or I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but to like see it, like to tune into it instead of start to decide it.
So you mean like experience it so that you can prevent it later?
No,
You're not preventing it. You're trying to get. So, you know how you were very non-descriptive about Ranch until he got you to be descriptive, right? He wants you to be able to be descriptive naturally with the way shit's changing. At least that's what I'm understanding. And sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're
Snoopy.
good. You're good. That is pretty close. That's good. I agree with that. Yeah, like that's what this is all about. This is the bottom line, right? It's non-conflict.
So like the feeling of change, like that's what you're trying to get at. How do I feel about it?
I don't really know what I'm trying to get at. All I know is I'm very confused by your treatment of where you are weak or what feels bad. I think you treat these things very like it's a fight, or like you're a parent who has to decide for it versus watering a plant, you know, planting a seed, you know, taking care of something. That's all this is. I'm not trying to get at anything. I'm just confused. That's it. Because it seems like everything, all this stuff that we're talking about, the only reason we're talking about it is because it smells bad to me. Like, it's like, oh, what is that? Like, oh, wait, really? Like, it's almost like horrifying to me, you know? So I want to know more and more. It seems very harsh, you know? It seems very, not even harsh, it just seems unfair, you know? There's like this struggle with honesty. Yeah. There's this struggle with honesty for how you treat other people, you know? This like imbalance of niceness there. And then there's this like, if there's a problem, you know, we're gonna kill it, or we're gonna get rid of it, or we're gonna change it, or we're gonna exchange it, or, you know, we're gonna make a decision basically, and we're gonna know why, and we're gonna, like, everything has an attached future to it and also a why with it. It's not ever just it. So it seems almost neglectful. I feel like there is I don't know what the point of this is, but it feels very neglectful toward just experience itself. Like, we've just gotta feel the fucking agony. I feel like you're neglecting it, and then it's gonna get worse. It's scary to me.
Okay.
Oh. Be right back.
Yeah. What? Thinking. My bad.
I'm back.
I get what you're saying. Like you said, counterproductive So like watering a plant, like you said, not studying it, figure out why it's wrong. So I mean by like get rid of it. I mean like change out a character and see like what you're depending on too much or why you're doing something so that I can work around it. Like if I'm depending on Gibby's dome too much, I'm going to change that. I'm going to change to like Bangalore or something, or like Octane, because he's just movement, right? Like he doesn't have anything that defends himself. Then I start to rely on cover, and I try to mix that back in with like Gibby. That's what I mean by like replace, so that I can figure out what was wrong with the original part.
I didn't realize. I'm back. I just realized how useful it is to
Like try and experience something different.
Overly
so I can
long,
change
be
what I'm
right
doing
back.
now.
So, like, if you overly long be right back, they get bored, and that's exactly where I need them to be for just a little bit. I'm back. What's up? What's up? I forgot what we were talking about.
I mean, like you're talking about like why I do the things, like how you feel about it. You said you felt like it wasn't right, like horrified of it.
Yeah. Like, it feels like you're watering a plant, but like, if the plant starts sprouting something, you cut it off, or you like don't accept it. Instead, you water the plant less. That's what it feels like to me. It's like you only want to water part of the plant, basically.
So like a fine tuning. That's what your understanding of my process is, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you
really
call
shitty
it.
form of fine tuning.
I mean, there's tuning, and I mean, you'll tune the way you feel like it. So I don't know if you'd have to even have fine tuning. I mean, what does fine tuning do?
Just get it down to the last minute detail there is. Like an artist.
If you look for if you look for another detail, are you gonna find another detail? Is that ever gonna stop?
No.
You know how we cut we cut stuff until we could cut an atom in half, and we're like, oh, you can just cut it in half, like it's chill. It's the same with games. You can cut them in half forever. You can find fine details forever, you know? But like, I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just, it's natural. But you can do it forever. So I don't think there's anything inherently good about fine tuning, in my opinion. It sounds dangerous to me. Like, it has its pros and it has its cons. Sometimes it tastes good, sometimes it tastes bad.
Right.
Do you feel like your fine-tuning tastes bad in any way? I just dropped my rubber band, it just exploded. Ugh.
Kind of a weird sentence. Fine tuning is bad. You mean like if I don't like it, do I try and change it?
No, I'm not asking about doing anything at all. I'm asking, how's your fine tuning? Does it taste bad in any way? Does it taste good in any way?
Oh, well, if I don't like the way I change something, I try and revert and go a different route.
Don't care. I want to know about how it feels, how it
Sometimes
tastes.
it's bad, like
describe bad, describe good.
it was like trial and error. Like you just figure it out until something works and then move to the next thing.
What am I supposed to feel right now?
Sometimes it's not right, sometimes it is.
Okay. Like, what am I gonna feel from that? I feel dull. I don't know what you mean. Tell me how your fine-tuning feels. Which part of it hurts? Which part of it feels good? Or like, not which part, but tell me about the feeling good and the feeling bad.
Like and this is a weird one to describe. Can't really think of a situation that would describe this very well. It's more precise in this, but
Don't use an example that's real. Like, you don't have to connect it to an action to tell me about it. You don't have to do that.
like painting, like painting.
There you go.
Yes, like a fine art.
Okay.
Like you change it if you don't like it,
So, what feels...
but if you've already painted,
Okay, it feels like painting. What feels comfortable and what feels uncomfortable about painting? Like, tell me about the comfort and discomfort of painting.
inability to remove something you just did. That's uncomfortable. Comfortable part is being able to rewrite over it or repaint over it.
Alright.
Or like adding in extra detail or removing detail. Like if you mess up your clouds or something,
Mm-hmm.
you just use the same color for the background you just used
Yeah.
in that area.
Alright.
If you feel like your ground isn't enough, you use a different color.
Yeah, you can always change it.
Yeah.
Do you always want to change it?
No. If it feels right, I don't try and change it.
Nice.
Like if the grass is good, like a good mixture, like it looks good, I'm not going to change it.
Alright, let's find problems.
Like if it looks like actual grass.
Can you see my screen share?
Yes.
Let's see if you can find problems. I want you to tell me what the problem is, and I'll turn the volume on. I don't know if it will be loud enough, but this is about as loud as I can have it. Are there no problems?
No, I don't think I should have thrown my dome, but
Tell me more.
I don't know. I'm not playing cover enough. I could be more patient, I guess.
Could be. What do you mean? Tell me more.
Like, I don't have to be so like aggressive.
Oh, you felt aggressive there?
Like this.
Did you feel?
Yeah, like I didn't have to push off the top of the skull or whatever. That
When did you feel aggressive?
pushing off of one of Ducky's calls. It was onto that ash or whatever.
Wait, like earlier or
Yeah,
later?
right there.
Ah.
Right there. You're on it right now.
So how does this feel?
It feels like, you know, you just got you go into somebody's house. You don't know what's really going on. You don't have enough information. You don't know.
Yeah. What's it like
don't
to be in
really
that
have
situation?
info.
What's it like? What does it feel like?
Awkward.
Awkward. Okay. Where do you feel that? Is it like when you're itchy, or is it like something else? Is it like when you're hungry?
No, more like a like this.
Ooh.
Like you don't know this person. You know, you just met them.
Does that give you like a feeling in your stomach or something? Like what? What are you recognizing here? I want to know what feeling you're recognizing.
Like unaware. I'm unaware of like the whole situation. Like I don't.
I liked the analogies. Those kinda help. I think the analogies made more sense.
Like I really didn't have to slide off the top of that hill. I could have just let 8 kill him.
Okay.
Right here.
That doesn't really make me
Why-
feel
while,
different. That doesn't really feel like, it doesn't feel like I'm changing. I feel the same. You're telling me this feels like you're at a stranger's house?
Like I've never been in this situation before. Like, but I'm like trying to conversate, trying to figure out why it's different in somebody else's house, my own, you know. Just like going with the flow, I guess.
So is this all
But-
this uncomfortable? Like is if this VOD was a table, would this moment be like an uncomfortable bump in the table? Or would it be like a comfortable bump in the table? Like, how do you feel about it overall?
I wouldn't say like. I'd say it's like the table's tilted. Like it's not like one of the legs or the pegs of the table is shorter than the others.
Yeah, it feels wrong.
It's
Feels
yeah.
yeah. Okay,
It's not just like one area.
I think this is
It's
good.
unfamiliarity.
This is pretty much what I need from you. Pretty much it. I don't think If there's anything you want to say about the VOD, you can say it. Doesn't really matter what it is. I'm just curious.
No, I could have sworn I seen that fucking Revenant earlier, but I don't know. Right here,
What do you
Like,
like? What does that feel like?
I was just like, being blind, I guess.
You feel blind
I don't know.
watching this?
Not necessarily like this, but just like being more like it couldn't have been less obvious, you know. I guess unaware, like
What hurts? What's hurting? What's the pain like? We can go back to it as well.
I don't know. I just have to.
The way that you're doing this right now, how does it feel? Whatever's happening, how does it feel right now?
I don't know. It feels decent, but like it's like driving down a road. I guess it just is what it is in the moment, but
it's more what it
There's
is
just
in the
parts of
moment,
it.
isn't it?
God.
It almost feels like I'm poking a sponge. And like I can go into the sponge or I can not go into the sponge. And it feels like I'm just poking the sponge the way that I like, you know, watching the VOD. But like when I poke the sponge really hard, I get to see what's inside. You know, I get to see what squishes out. And the sponge changes. It's kind of what it feels like for me. Can you tell me more about what it's like?
I don't know. This feels comfortable right now. Like having time, or like taking the time to heal. Like while also keeping eyes on my teammate. to
Are
make
you
sure
okay? So
nothing
what are you feeling right now? Are you
super serious
feeling?
happens.
Are you just feeling the game, or are you feeling yourself watch the game?
A little bit of both, I guess. Like,
And but are you describing to
asking
me
for me,
overall?
or like-
yeah, are you describing right now overall, like how it feels?
yeah, like overall.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
telling me right now it feels good that you're healing. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And
I feel like it was a smart move.
how does it feel to feel good that you're healing? What's it like to sit here and watch and sort of like empathize with the game? How does that feel?
Feels like I'm learning to do the things I'm doing in the game more often, like looking for repetition, something secure.
Huh. Can you tell me more about that? I want to hear more.
Like you said, healing. Like I don't know, finding the moment to heal. Like
So
my teammate pushes.
So does
then
it
that's when I
feel
should
like
heal.
does it feel like you're looking for the moment to heal, to be watching a VOD and empathizing with the gameplay, or what does it feel like to empathize with the gameplay? To sit here and see what feels good and what feels bad. How does that feel? How does this process feel? How does what is happening now feel?
I don't know. It feels like I'm learning, like teaching myself that some of these things are bad and some are good.
Does anything hurt about it? Does anything feel good about it? Is there anything that you could be like, yeah, is there anything you feel like looking for, I guess? Like, is there any part of the feeling that you feel like could use some more attention? Just out of any urge?
No, not really.
Okay. Does it feel natural?
The feeling, or like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So, I mean, what else do you have to do besides this? If you're trying to get better, you know, whether we're watching a VOD or playing the game, I mean, you could screen share the game if you want. Doesn't really matter. We can do this while we're playing the game, not playing the game, you know, sitting down, wherever the fuck.
finding myself in a better spot, like just thinking ahead.
Thinking ahead. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next pod. What do you mean thinking ahead? What do you mean by all this?
Like, trying to better my position, like almost like a prediction.
Are we not just enjoying the gameplay? I feel like I might be doing something different. I'm just kind of here to enjoy the gameplay fully and taste every moment fully, to fucking absorb it, to see what it's like, just to try it, you know? It almost feels like I'm just trying the game by watching it or whatever. Yeah, I don't like the word either, onion. I'm constantly on a hunt for a better word that will have the same impact, or an impact that I like better. But every word has a very different effect. So how is this? What is this like? What is this for you?
Me, like looking back on myself, reflecting, like what might be good and what might be bad.
Might be? What the fuck are you talking about? Might be? Are you telling me that this whole time?
I mean, is
the whole... Why would you say might be? That's so weird. I'm so confused by that. That is fucking confusing. I have nothing to do with that. Like, why did you say that at first? What feeling are you trying to describe?
I don't know. It's like if, like, depending on the situation, like right here,
Yeah.
like this could have been good in a different situation, but for this
Why the
one,
fuck
no.
are you focusing on other situations?
So that I can learn from this one.
You're telling me that to learn
And
now,
not do
you
the same
you
thing.
do you just distract yourself from it? That's crazy to me. I don't know about you. I don't know how you feel about that, but that feels crazy to me. The situation's right here. It's the only real situation we have ever. There's a lot of things that are just disgusting and also beautiful to you here. right? In this clip.
Yeah.
So fucking start pointing them out. Quit focusing on the next clip. There is no next clip. You gotta.
Oh shit! Hold on.
You gotta absorb where the fuck
Yeah, I got
you
another
are.
one.
No, I mean there's no next clip. It's imaginary. Like if you're not paying attention to the clip you're at now or the moment you are at now, like just see how this is now. Just see how this is. Like, how is this? That's literally all I need you to do. It has nothing to do with the future.
Well, honestly, I don't know why the fuck I'd be looting right here. Maybe looking for more ammo or something.
So is that disgusting to you? Like, what is that like?
I didn't.
How does that? How do you feel when you see yourself doing this shit that you don't like and that you do like? When stuff happens that you like and you don't like, I need you to tell me about it. That's the only thing that we fucking. That's the only thing we have.
It felt dumb to be looting right there, even with the dome, and it kind of did get me caught. Like,
wait, the dome you didn't like?
Saw the opportunity to push.
Are you telling me that you didn't like the dome?
No, the fact that I'm not saying I didn't like the dome. That was I like that, but
Okay.
I just don't understand why I tried to loot there.
Okay, so you're telling me you don't understand why. You don't understand. Tell me about not understanding. I don't care about why you're looting, but like you don't understand. I feel like that's not very descriptive.
That doesn't make sense to me.
All right.
To be looting in this moment.
But what is it like to watch this? Are you cringing? Like, what is this? What is this moment? Is this a cringe moment? Are you wincing? Is it pain? Is it what?
It's a wince.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
not right. It's wrong. Should not be looting.
Would you rather be wincing here or brushing it off?
I'd rather wince at it. So maybe I learned my lesson.
How does it feel to let yourself wince at it? How does it feel to indulge and wince at it? Is it good? Is it bad? What's good? What's bad? Tell me about it.
It's good. Like, it's telling me that there's something obviously wrong here,
Right?
and
It's clear.
maybe I should try and change what I'm doing.
But what? Yeah, tell me more about how this feels. I want to know all about this feeling. See if you can uncover a little bit more. Like, see if you can just feel it, you know? See if there's anything you can say about it from feeling it. See if you say anything just from feeling it. You don't have to say anything.
I don't know. Like an instinct. If you hurt yourself, if you drop a fucking toaster on your foot, you're not going to do that again.
So it feels...
Unless it was outside of your control.
So you're saying I don't care about the description that much, or like the reasoning really that much. It's kind of cool, but I want to, you're telling me it feels instinct, like an instinct? And that you like that, or what? I'm still confused.
Kind of. Like, it feels right to instinctively look back on the things that you've done and try and learn from it. Like,
wait, what? I thought we were just doing one thing, but I thought you said we're doing two things, trying and watching, like looking back and trying, because I haven't been trying.
going to change things.
I mean, do you feel different from doing this? Do you feel like there's been an impact on you? Do you feel like this has been impacting you?
Yes.
Just simply watching your video. That's it. Like you're just simply watching it and indulging in your feelings, right? That's it. Where's the trying? Or where's the
Figuring out where I'm going wrong.
Where is the other thing? Like, is this situation not just this situation, or is it? You're telling me it's two situations, but for me it's one. I'm not trying to solve anything because I'm actually busy doing something else, which is paying attention to how things feel and paying attention to feeling. You know, I'm busy and that stuff feels distracting to me. So I haven't been doing this whole time. I don't know if you've been doing this or what, but I don't think you can do both. You're telling me you've been doing both this whole time or what?
Like learning from the situation and feeling like what's going on? Yes.
So during any of this time, have you been like not feeling? Have you been doing anything else?
Yeah, I mean, trying to like when I'm watching these clips, I'm not fully focused on trying to feel the feeling. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong.
How does it feel to do that?
I don't know. It's definitely stretching my ability to feel.
Can you feel that?
Yes.
How do you feel about
Like,
that? Thumbs up, thumbs down, happy, sad, like
conflicted.
conflicted. Okay,
I like trying to learn
sounds complicated.
new things,
Yeah,
or mending,
yeah,
but at the same time, like, again, trying new things. So watching this clip and feeling for it, it's definitely different. I don't usually do that.
Just gonna say this, my mind got blown when I had that shift of going from thinking to feeling. It was really fucking nuts.
That's cool.
If you do this more, it'll click. And I'm speaking from experience, Rack.
Yeah, so just it feels a certain way. I'm not saying it's good or bad to be doing anything, but you can feel it, right? And you can feel how you feel about it. How does it feel to like what did you just describe to me? What was the last thing you described?
Multitasking.
And tell me how it feels again.
It feels like I'm stretching my ability, or like decreasing my ability to focus on one thing at once.
And how do you feel about sort of finding this feeling and feeling it? How does it feel? Or like to explore this feeling, how does that feel? whatever this is that we're doing. I can't really put a word on it.
Weird. I don't, like I said, I don't do this. This is a new thing to me.
I'm curious what it feels
I
like.
mean, it's hard. Like, just don't do this. So it's new. I feel inexperienced at it. But I feel like, not necessarily confident, but I don't really know, to be honest. It's just
Well, is this a good
different.
feeling? You said I don't. You said I feel inexperienced, but not necessarily confident.
It feels like a good thing, but it also feels like a bad thing. It feels like it's hurting my ability to learn from my mistakes. Like in this clip, like watching this clip,
Mm-hmm.
like feeling for it rather than learning from it.
What is that? What is that feeling that you're talking about, or that you're on right now? I'm trying to get closer to that.
I think you broke his brain.
I don't think we're stuck yet.
I didn't say stuck. I said I think you
couldn't-
broke his brain.
Good.
Infliction, but it's like being torn apart almost. Because I want to try new things, but I feel the security of doing the same thing over and over again.
Security,
And I
yeah.
think that's why I do like the checks and balances for like the scales of justice. I mean, fine tuning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that gives you that that security, right? Like there is a sense of security from that, yeah. So it's almost like that is hurting right now, but something else is feeling good.
Yeah,
And it's like this overall thing that includes these things that include overall things. And it's like your entire experience right there. And then you could even keep going. You could also broaden it to other things. I'm curious about this feeling though, like you're saying you feel the security to do the same thing over and over again. And you're saying it hurts in a way, but it also feels good. Like you almost said that, not confident, but I don't know, maybe like, is it curiosity or something? Like what is this that I feel like we're uncovering like a fossil, you know? Like we need to be careful.
like you're right. It's like curiosity, but it's more like an ancient vase or something. It's like very fragile. Like it feels right. I'm afraid to break it almost.
Ah. Do you feel
I think that's why I find comfortable.
do you feel trust right now? How's your trust meter with
Limited,
this?
but yeah,
Where's your trust meter at? Can you feel your trust meter in relation to this, or within this feeling? Is your trust meter there?
it's there, but it's like teetering on an edge.
What is that edge? What is the teeter?
It's like the midpoint. Like I don't know if I want to trust it, but I do at the same time.
So what does it
Yeah,
feel
like
like? What is
curiosity.
your trust? Your trust, you can feel it kind of moving, right? Is it like it's doing something, right? It's active.
Yeah,
What is that like? Is it wriggly? Is it like, what the fuck's going on?
It's like back and forth, you know, like you just.
How does it feel to feel to go there and like feel what it's doing?
Sketchy. It feels like this could definitely go wrong. Like skydiving.
It's
Shows how
it's gonna go wrong.
Like,
Yeah.
An analogy. It feels like it's gonna go wrong, but it feels like I'm getting somewhere. Like I'm learning something different. Like getting to a different destination, or to the same destination via a different route.
Yeah. If it goes wrong, can you do it? Do you lose it if it goes wrong? Are you scared of losing it?
Like this feeling, kinda. I kind of like this feeling, but it's like just awkward.
Do you
I
think
don't know
this
where to
feeling is
go.
going to be the same forever? Are you curious about this feeling at all? Do you think it's going to change? Like what do you expect of this feeling? I want to know more about how you feel about this feeling.
But, like, you know, in the movies where they're walking across those like plank bridges or whatever the fuck that have the gaps in between them, the rope bridges.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Oh, does it feel
With
like
your
you're
friend,
balancing or something?
You know, something's at the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like somebody's on the other side just shaking the shit out of it.
So what if you fall off the bridge?
I don't know how. I mean, it just depends on how deep the fall, or how far the fall is. Like,
Could you feel how far
I
the
don't
fall
know.
is going to be? If you started falling, would you feel yourself falling?
But yeah. I mean,
Would you ever reach a
sometimes, I
point where
guess.
there's just nothing? That you just don't feel anything? Would you be stuck?
Yeah.
Could you fall backwards to a point where you're
Stuck.
just nothing experiences? Like, there's still going to be a story, right? I mean, sure, you might fall off the bridge, but you're falling off the bridge now, you know? So what's wrong? What's wrong? What's scary about the bridge?
Height. That's what it is. I don't really know how to explain this.
All right, go back overall. Like, what do you think about all of this so far? How do you feel about it?
I don't know, it feels good. Like, it feels good. Like, you just passed your test, but more like along the lines of, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain this. It feels right.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yep, okay. So is there any way that you cannot find this feeling of feeling right? Are you ever gonna be stuck and like not be able to find it, or what? Like, is that what you're scared
I don't
of?
know.
Or you scared of it going wrong? Or
Kinda, yeah.
okay.
Scared of getting stuck.
All right. I'll give you this. If you get stuck, you better feel stuck. And then you'll be okay. Does that make sense? You might get stuck. I'm not saying it's not scary and that you might, you know, you're just not gonna get stuck, or you're not gonna fall off the bridge. Yeah, dude, it's gonna suck. Because it sucks sometimes. But if it sucks, See how it feels to you know, see how it feels, and see how it feels to feel the way you're feeling. See where you are in the whole fucking experience.
Third person point of view or something.
Nah, it's just like right now I'm sitting here in my room and I feel like I'm also somewhere else at the same time. And I can also feel myself feeling myself do this. And it feels a little bit smooth. It feels creamy. It feels kind of almost like blurry. It feels calm. Feels right. I'm just chilling, you know? And so I don't have a problem with it. And now I'm bored of really focusing on it, and I'm just back. I'm just talking, you know?
Right.
It's just you have all this stuff in your experience at all times. And it's everything within your experience can be tried, can be felt, can be tasted, can be whatever it can be, whatever you want. If you want to feel a certain part of it, if you want to feel it a certain way, you can. But you can also feel yourself doing it these ways. And sometimes you're not going to like it. Sometimes you're going to do it in ways that you fucking despise. And you're going to have phases where you do it in a weird way without realizing it. And you're going to have breakthroughs, and you're going to have all sorts of things. Comfortable, uncomfortable. There's a lot to be afraid of, a lot to be excited for. But I mean, that's it. That's all it is. Being afraid and being excited for it. That's it. That's the whole point of this is you've got something that will never be the way it is ever again. And that's like where you are now. You can, you know, see how it is, or you can focus on the next thing and be completely oblivious right now. Like when you were back here, how do you feel about like when we were watching this VOD and you're telling me that you're trying to learn for the future, you know? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you have anything you like and dislike about that? Or what do you think? How is that?
I don't know. It feels like the right direction, but I'm going about it wrong.
Yeah, it's almost like naivety. Like I'm like, yeah, he's got the spirit, but he's just a little confused. Like he wants it, but he's been misdirected or misled, or he's just hung up on something. You know, it's just like a little thing that has to be worked out. That's how I feel about it. I don't know if you relate to that at all, though.
Right. I don't know. I like heavily relate to that. Actually, like, just clueless. I think that's the word.
Yeah, it's like, you know, seeing a color for the first time. You can't blame yourself, right? But it sucks.
No.
Yeah, like it sucks. It's sad. You know, it's like, oh man, like I'm like, it makes me feel sad in my stomach. You know.
Right.
But like, there's no ill will. It's like, damn, like that just, you know, it sucks. You had no idea. I don't think you're gonna lose this. I think like this is a color, you imagined it now, and I made damn sure you're gonna imagine it. And now that you've seen this color, I think you're gonna start recognizing it, alright? Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
How do you feel? Feels like the end for me, but I don't know about you.
Like a shit. What is it? I don't think there's really a word for this.
New? I don't know.
I don't really know how to explain that actually. But I get what you're trying to talk about. Like,
Yeah, like you just get it. I know what you mean.
look at self-reflecting, but like more like reflecting on your own like opinions and thoughts of what you're doing
Yeah.
right now.
You know what it feels like to me? It feels kind of like let's go terrain. See this, right? Let me change it to my screen.
Yeah.
This is what this feels like. Feels like we're on a bike and we're riding, you know, along a mountain. All right, our goal, let's say our passion points us through the mountains. Okay, we go through the mountains, but we're on a bike. There's us riding the bike, and then there's also the mountains, and then there's also the experience of the whole fucking thing. And every step along the way, there's a fork in the road. You know, you can either pay attention to how things should be and decide how things should be, or you can settle in to the best way that you do it, you know, or settle into yourself, or settle into the situation happening through you. So what this would be like is like, okay, we're going up the mountain and we're going like in this sort of direction, and we've decided that this is the direction we want to go. But like in reality, this totally hurts. Like we're going uphill, now we're on a ridge, now we're going downhill, it's really fast and it's scary, and we're going uphill and it hurts. We're going uphill more and it hurts, we're tired. Oh, this is horrible. It's like we're torturing ourselves. And then, you know, you versus feeling the discomfort, feeling the comfort, and then before you know it, you're kind of settling into the ridges of your own life and what you're doing. You're settling into the ridges because that's the easiest way. And other people might be going in their own way, you know, from where they started. It's going to be different. And other people might be telling you to go straight because, well, it's more efficient, and they have their logic and they have their reasoning to feel that way. But you're still right here, or you're just right here, or here, or here, or here. And any point of the way, you can just go, well, how's my bike feel? How's this? How's that? Or you can go, how should my bike be? How should my route be? What is everyone else doing? You know? And like, what should I do? You know, and you can look at everyone else and go, well, that looks disgusting, and that looks cool, and that looks stupid, and that looks smart, and that looks fun, and that looks boring. And you know, you're just tasting. You just go from like trying to be a scientist to being a wine tester. You know, just taste everything. Just try everything. Go back to trying the game. Go back to trying the game, you know? And just see how it goes. Like that's all that it is. You know, the pro players, they make the game feel more comfortable and more easy, and people who plateau, they make the game hard. So the tightrope that it feels like you're walking on, pay attention to it. Pay attention to what it feels like to walk the tightrope and what it feels like to pay attention. And see what you don't like, see what you do like, and see what that is. And you don't need words to do it. You can also experiment with doing it in your head without any words at all, and see what that's like. So I think you get it. I don't think there's anything to worry about it, but I do have like a little experiment, which is to do this without any words. Internally, externally, just try this. And I'm telling you, I don't think this is good. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's fun to try. So I want you to try it. Yeah, and just keep in touch and tell me how it goes. Tell me what's up. Tell me what's weird. Tell me what's cool. You're always free to DM, so don't worry about it. But how you feeling?
I'm good. Like, I feel like I'm experiencing shit I've never even thought of. Like, like Ducky said, like a breakthrough, bro. It's like,
It's
I mean, at
mind-blowing.
first it felt like I was just like, yeah. At first I felt like I was like trudging through a swamp or something. It's like, I
Yep.
really don't fucking understand
Dude.
what's going on.
You know what is
Now
so
it's like,
fucking insane? Is it?
damn.
It feels so similar for me too. Like it feels like I trudged through your swamp with you, and I'm like, bro, this is a swamp, man. You're sitting in a swamp. Like now we're somewhere else.
I'm walking like a desert. It's
Yeah.
not hard. It's just, I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, well, now you're somewhere else, and it might not be good. It might not be bad. See how it is. Just the ability to kind of go and see and go and see. That's it. So yeah, I mean, it feels like the ends. Got any questions?
I mean, that's it, man. I mean,
It's pretty
Shit.
cool, right? I mean, you know, I almost feel
Yeah.
like some of the people I teach are better at this than I am. This is new to me as well. It's really cool. It feels like I don't know, it's just exciting. So I'm really curious to see how it helps and how you feel about it over time. All right, well, you guys said Tate first. It was not Tate first. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it's
But,
it's gonna be Taint next if he's still here.
I think that's enough for me. Like this is very taxing for me to do. So we'll have to just reschedule or whatever. But you know,
That's fine. I'm feeling a bit all over the place anyway, just listening to all this.
yep. Dude, Rek, can you guess my favorite thing to do when I feel like this? Like full session done. I feel fucking. Oh, it's like it feels like I'm soup and there's a lot of things in the soup right now and I've got to let it cook. I want you to guess like what I might like doing or what I tend to do at this point.
just think on it. Like, you just,
Yeah, pretty much. I usually just go on a walk or go chill somewhere and just experience it, you know,
yeah.
until I get bored or until don't want to do it anymore. So, you know, feel free to do the same shit. It might be cool. Peace out, I guess. I don't know if Tate's still here, but sorry for, I don't know, being an unpredictable coach, but this was an unpredictable session. I had no idea what
Dude, I get it.
I was getting myself
You know,
into. So
We'll just have to reschedule. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah,
We'll
just keep it-
find time where it works for Tate, yourself, and
Yep.
myself. You know.
yeah, just let me know, guys. And
There was way too much in this session just listening to you and Rhett go back and forth that I feel like throwing up.
that's how I feel too. Usually in the end of sessions, I just feel like throwing up. It's so weird.
Yeah, I feel like throwing up, but it's not like a bad throw. It's just like there's
It's-
so much going on.
it's
in
like a
my head
sigh.
that I just
you know?
right.
It's like a power sigh.
Like I don't know. Now I understand why you get so fucking mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word.
But it feels good. It feels good to be like,
right.
like damn. It's like
Right.
going to the gym and never getting sore. It doesn't feel like you're living, and then you start getting sore and you're like, holy fuck, it's working. All right, well, bro, you guys have a good night. This was
Hey,
fun.
man, you too.
Yeah, thanks for
I
sticking
appreciate
around.
your
You, man.
time, man.
The hang, yeah.
Appreciate it. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna say this.
Yeah.
Best $100 I spent so far.
Holy fuck. That actually means a lot, dude. I feel like I've come a long way.
means a lot, dude.
And also, you're one of my first students ever, which is like, damn, that's crazy. Like, you helped me improve a lot. So that
Well, the thing is, man, it's
Yo,
you've got to give it time. There's a lot of things that you're not gonna always understand until you keep going back to the person that's been trying to show you new things. It's like a library. You may not understand an encyclopedia right away, but the more you go back and you reference it, everything starts coming together.
that's sick.
That's how I look at these coaching sessions. I go back when it doesn't make sense, and then I just reference it. I ask you, I'm like, hey, this is what I'm experiencing.
Yeah,
What's
it's
your
like
take?
it's like a brush, you know. I feel like
Right.
archaeologists, you're like brushing off a fossil, and it's like sometimes you need to brush off your brush.
Right, and that's sort of the thing that I get when I come back. It's just very interesting because
you have to like.
Go ahead, Rick.
My bad. It's
Go
like
ahead.
you have to reintroduce yourself to this. It's like
Yeah.
you have to
Like-
re-experience everything again.
It's that repetition,
Like-
but with a new
Yeah,
experience.
It's like you're so caught up in the experience that you got to take a step back and re-experience the experience.
Re-experience experiencing, I think.
Right.
That's what it feels like to me. All right, I emergency need to go on a walk because that was a long one, man. I'm
Hey, you take it easy.
2.5
I
hours.
appreciate
God
your
damn.
time, man. Yeah. I appreciate your time, bro.
Yeah, it was
Take
fun.
it easy.
Yeah, peace out, guys.
Yo, thank you, bro. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
this.
of course. It was a lot of fun. Take care, man, and keep in touch. Let me know how it goes. All right.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, bro.
if a motherfucker needs coaching, you'll get a free session if they come to me and they say that you recommended them. So throwing that out there. All right.
Yeah.
Take care, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Peace. Ugh. That was really fun. That was really fun. Every session is the best session, man. It's so cool. Hopefully, hopefully someone enjoyed this. I don't know how easy these are to follow when you're not here from beginning to end. So let me know. But peace out. Peace.